Ibobo Masse Party. Aye, aye. Aye, Ibobo. Aye, aye, Ibobo. Don't live, don't die for this spirit, Eddie Koji. Don't live. Don't live. Don't live, don't live. The 40 spirit, Eddie Koji. Don't live. Don't live. The Bassia Vidonia. Yeah. The Bassia Vidonia. Yeah. The Bassia Vidonia. Yeah. C'est quoi? C'est quoi? Masse Party, c'est quoi? C'est quoi? Masse Party, c'est quoi? C'est quoi? Do, di Bassia Vidonia. Yeah. Anda. Luta. Continue.
Well, thank you. Thank you so kindly. It is a pleasing honor by the special grace of God that we once more seize this opportunity, this priceless opportunity to stand before you to execute a duty of our conscience. As we always say to you, the supremacy of our institution dare to be questioned. Against that philosophical understanding, we have come to give our grateful appreciation to the Most High God. We want to bring you greetings from the oasis of the Revolutionary National Executive Committee of our noble institution. Specifically, we want to extend a felicitation of the founding father, His Excellency Dr. George Weah, who have asked us to convey to you, in particular, in standing up, in defending the cause of the populous people movement, the Mate Congress of Democratic Change. If need be, he might give his life in self-defense of the people's struggle. I also want to quickly bring to your attention a greetings from the National Executive Committee Chairperson, a compatriot, the National Chairperson, the one who presides over the tripartite session of our noble institution. Compatriot, the retired student general, Augusta Janga Koho, the one who served at one upon a time the Secretary General of this movement, and today subsequently the chairperson of this movement. You understand, has to take this party to victory. When this party is a most difficult movement. There is a man, when he was working in civil society, in 2014, when this party was desperately in need of all of the best energy, the minds, to converge and locate a new beginning and to set out on the way to victory. He voluntarily resigned and joined us to soldier on. Thankfully for those who won the senatorial election, while he was ably presiding over the secretariat of our party. Not only that our standard bearer and our political leader became victorious, he also presided over the secretariat, but we always refer to Nathaniel Fallah McGill, the winning chairman emeritus of our beloved party. And our privilege to serve as the National Youth Chairperson by then. That team, His Excellency Dr. John Weah indeed was the political leader. With the help of each and every one of you standing soldier, firebrand partisan. Some of you today, you lie in Matador. Some of you today, we understand the condition you've been shackled with. But yet instead, the CDC lay beyond your imagination. We have come to say to you, this institution remain your singular investment. No man under the sun has what it takes to threaten the existence and the former march of this party. So we've come to say to you, to those our friends, the men and women who today rise in Macedon, we got one simple message and mandate. Is to keep this, the emblem above our height. And that's why we say you do not question. It is to worship, obey, and follow. We subscribe. The CDC is a way of life. We want to say to you, on the National Executive Committee, to all sitting National Executive Committee members, I run up my hands of salutation to you. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your standing ovation in defense of the people's cause. This current National Executive Committee has no apologies for its stance. Your history is conspicuously clear. You are fighting men and women. You sit around the table not on the basis of favoritism. It's on the basis of shared history. You stood the test of time. When men dared to stand, you stood. And today you enjoy the confidence of the suffering masses. And that's why when you speak, they are prepared to follow in obedience. We have come again to execute the mandate and the philosophical guardians of our party. Like we want to reiterate, no one of this sound, absolutely no one, who dare has what it takes to threaten the existence of our movement. And that's why we say this party will live beyond human imagination. If it will fall not in our generation, we have a singular responsibility. It's to lift this banner of this party above our human imagination. I want to say thank you to the Fourth Estate. Thank you to you, men and women, who are listening across the length and breadth of true media, partisans, women abroad. The CDC is our common denominator. The CDC is our threshold. The CDC is our passionate imagination. We must stick to it. I want to say thank you to all of those senior partisans. I want to begin with the ideologue Samuel D12, who role is conspicuously clad in what this party was going through. Lieutenant Fallah McGill, all of those fighting men and women, wherever you are, some of you who, like some of you who stood up in the side of the Lord, want to congratulate you. Partisans and Liberians who have chosen to stand on the side of the Lord. The CDC gave its full support, and that's what the chairman did. I want to say thank you to every one of you guys who understand that Liberian is infant, that are patriots who led our struggle. Even one of our own, Jerome Sedi, and the rest of the guys who want to lend our congratulations and our salutation to you, young Liberians, for standing on the side of the Lord. The CDC knows nothing but the Lord, and the CDC will continue to stand. Even those of the people we do not agree with, you do not, in any given circumstances, get irritated because of your role, of your history. We believe in the Lord, and that's why in the past, there were people here we never supported. But when the law came against them, as an institution, we stood up for them. The likes of Henry Costa, when you were arrested by the then Unity Party regime, the likes of Calasco, Memesi, Idris Belete, Maurice Sion, and all of the fighting forces of our party stood up. Alvin Fidel Castro, who went in defense, and our chairman emeritus Mobake Molu, who stood up for people here who did not believe in the philosophical understanding of the CDC. But for us, we see them as victims. So we do not ask them. The doctor is not bothered by your emotion towards him. He wants to rescue you. He wants to save you. The CDC will do that for you. So we say to you, whether you accept Ambassador Weah to be your leader, or whether you see the CDC as a means to solve the lasting solution of this country, we will look beyond your narrow-minded imagination. We go to ensure that you say, rescue is a very good word. We have gotten polluted and contaminated. And we're very selective how to use it this time around. So instead of changing that, we say to you clearly that we will save you. and you will be redeemed very soon.
Manda!
Viva, viva, viva! Viva!
Viva!
Oh, Koji! Koji Alina!
Koji! Koji Alina! Alina! Yo, 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 yo!
Manda!
So I want to say thank you. The chairperson through the National Executive Committee has mandated me to communicate to the people and to the Liberian people our stance into what is believed to be known as a gross attack on democracy. So the CDC have met and deliberated. This position is about to be communicated in full swing. So permit me and let me make it clear here. You media people, I see Sekuya, we're reading our press conference here. Don't ask anything out of this thing we're writing here. Because we will not drive and we will respond to you. Yeah, so you see us. You come here, some of you guys can work for people, and you become shadows of these people here. But we will tell you because we're authentic, we're not bothered about what you express. And we don't want to see it as a collective expression on the media. Some of you are very, very good people. We're aware of that. But some of you also has the way, and the Liberian people might blame you people because you participated in the conspiracy that the Liberian people face today. Of course you did that. And we say to you, and because for us, we are authentic people, the Liberian people will begin to know the sincerity of the Martyr Coalition for Democratic Change. When we brought leadership here to you, we allow your people's children, we say power to you. Yeah, it must. We did not politicize that. And that's why people that guys who Abbas David from River says can proudly say to you, by speaking for him morphology, he knows what the CDC means. Our evidence are not in Bluetooth. They are practical. We look back, we see them. And we see them vividly. So today we are reading exactly here. And we urge you to focus on where we're reading here. And so that we can have a, don't take out of context here. I've given you all the random things so we follow this. So I want to say congratulations. We read quickly on what the CDC position on the current affairs here. The Congress for Democratic Change. National headquarters opposite Lone Star Cell. The Congress of Democratic Change congratulate Daniel Trump and suspends its lawmakers. The National Executive Committee of the Congress of Democratic Change appreciate all Americans for the successful conduct of 2024 American elections and congratulate President-elect Daniel Trump on his historical win. Former President Trump's win is a testament to the strength of American democracy. We show exceptional respect for the will of the American people. The American people have spoken eloquently. In other development, the National Executive Committee calls on Mr. Joseph Boakai to desist from a selfish political desire to destabilize the democracy of the state. Mr. Boakai dangerously attempting to impose a one-party dominant state and undermine the checks and balances in the government, with the executive branch interfering and domineering the legislature, disrespecting the decision of the Liberian judiciary. Mr. Boakai is unbothered in the government failure to pay the AFL and other government workers, massive of budget spending, rampant corruption in serious government institutions. The LRRC, it was a cosmetic decision. They were paid off, and he wanted to bamboozle the Liberian people. We gave you the reality behind the curtain. But chooses to waste state resources by sponsoring the removal of Speaker J. Funanti Kofa. It is evident that Mr. Bwaka and his Unity Party government are crumbling under the weight of their government and are seeking escape through possible instability that may result in his dangerous political maneuvering, including continuous political harassment of the CDC and unlawful removal of the Speaker of the Legislature. Given the rates of the exploit of the Unity Party poses to our democratic practices, the CDC is surprised that some of its partisans who are lawmakers will allow themselves to be used in this process. This act of partisan violates Part 2, Chapter 1, Rule 5 of the CDC Constitution. Hence, the party will create no space for such deviant partisans. The party has therefore decided, in keeping with Part 2, Chapter 1, Rule 14, to temporarily suspend those party lawmakers being used and request them, in keeping with Part 1, Article 15, Section 80, and Part 2, Chapter 1, Rule 17 and 18, to avail themselves. To what?
Avail themselves.
They should avail themselves. This is a respectable institution. We follow the rules of law. We preside over this country. We govern this place here. We rule in law. Our institution. We do the same thing. So we give them an opportunity that our constitution, they must be temporarily suspended, go to the Active and Grievance Committee for immediate and speedy investigation. When they are liable, then they proceed to the National Executive Committee. On the basis of that, the National Executive Committee will take a decision, and that decision will be conveyed by the National Sitting Chairperson, Augusta Jangako. Avail themselves to the National Disciplinary and Grievance and Active Committee for investigation. Those involved as follows, 11 of them. This party operates on precedent and tradition. We have never fallen short, never will we draw back for anybody. The party remains the creator. Those people remain the creature. No creator fear is a creature. So it is with the CDC. Number one of them, Thomas Fallah, Deputy Speaker, is hereby been suspended temporarily. District number 1, Lofa County. Alexander Paul, District number 1, River G County. Isaac Chodople Wu, District number 2, River G County. Johnson S. Williams, District number 3, River G County. Judy F. Weah, District number 2, Lofa County. Momo Siafa Kwoto, District number 3, Lofa County. Honorable Alva K. Jones, District number 2, Magibi County. Honorable Emmanuel Yah, District number 4, Magibi County. Honorable Clarence Gard, District number 5, Magibi County. Honorable P. Mark Jury, District number 1, Maryland County. Honorable Samson Q. Weah, District number 2, Sano County. The CDC remains committed to upholding the peace and stability of the state and caution Joseph Bwaka to desist from instituting political manipulation that have the potential to undermine our hard-earned peace. In furtherance, the party and all of its partisans and supporters that it's Matthias Day. Matthias Day, eh? It is a day where men and women in defense of democracy for this party. They gave their life and they stood up decisively. Because of this political